Congress shall have the power to coin money. No state shall make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts. Hi, and welcome to SeaRoller Stackers channel. Do appreciate you stopping by. Please join me today as we explore history through coins. Some of you may recall I started a 2026 annual coin set due to the price that the US Mint decided to sell it for, $125. I decided to create my own. Today we're going to add a couple coins to that set. You may recall I chose the Capital Holder annual coin set in red, which includes slots for the $50, which you see here. I've already included the Enduring Liberty. In the quarter slot, I put the logo for the 250th anniversary. And of course, you have the slot for the dime, the nickel. In the cent slot, I put the medallion for the mint, the D and the P. And at the end, you have a slot for the Native American dollar. And here's the holder I've got for the quarters. You'll see that we have both slots for the P and the D. And the first slot has already been filled with the Mayflower quarter. And today we're going to add the second quarter in that set, the Revolutionary War. So stay tuned. Okay, well, here you have said Revolutionary quarter. On the obverse, you have E Pluribus Unum, In God We Trust, of course, the portrait of George Washington, with the dual date 1776 to 2026. This happened to be the one from Philadelphia. On the reverse, you have United States of America, Liberty, and a Revolutionary soldier overlooking the encampment at Valley Forge. And of course, 25 cents and Revolutionary War. And very nice quarter indeed. So let's talk about Valley Forge for a moment. You may remember General Washington moved his army to winter in Valley Forge during the 1777-1778 winter encampment. And this proved to be a major turning point during the war, even though no battles were fought during that time. However, the encampment transformed a low morale, struggling ragtag militia into a unified, disciplined fighting force capable of defeating the British. So what happened during that 6-month period that was such a turning point for the war? Well, first off, they got instruction from the Prussian officer Baron von Steuben, who served as Inspector General, implementing rigorous drill training, standardized maneuvers, and improved camp hygiene. And this modernized the Continental Army and immediately paid dividends, allowing the Americans to hold their own against the British in the Battle of Monmouth shortly after leaving camp. Second was their survival and resolve. the Army endured severe cold, disease, and supply shortages that cost nearly 2,000 lives. However, surviving this brutal time fostered immense resilience and camaraderie among the troops. And last but certainly not least, during this time, they secured the French alliance. And news arriving to the camp in May of 1778 that this alliance was formalized provided a crucial naval, financial, and troop support needed to win the war. Okay, so let's add our second quarter in the series. And here you go. The American Revolutionary Quarter, or Revolutionary War. And again, we have both the P and the D, with the P showing the obverse and the D showing the reverse. And okay, so we're 2/5 of the way on our quarters. Let's go ahead and add the second coin to our set today, and that will be the Native American dollar. And on the obverse, you have liberty, In God We Trust, and of course, a portrait of Sacagawea and John Baptiste. And as you can see on the edge, we have the lettering E Pluribus Unum. And if we spin it around enough, we should get the date with the mint mark. And here we have it, 2026, and the mint mark P. Why it doesn't have the dual date, who knows why the mint does what the mint does. On the reverse, of course, we have United States of America and Polly Cooper, who is a member of the Oneida Allies at Valley Forge. And of course, Polly showed the Revolutionary Army how to prepare the corn that the Oneida tribe bought to save off starvation. And Polly also tended to the wounded and the ill. It is worth noting that the Oneida Nation played a critical role in the American Revolution. It broke from the rest of the Iroquois Confederacy to become the first allies of the United States, and they provided critical provisions, scouts, and fighters to the Continental Army, particularly aiding George Washington and the Marquis de Lafayette. At the onset of the war, the Iroquois nation attempted to remain neutral. However, the conflict eventually divided them, and with the Mohawk, Cayuga, and Seneca tribes allying with the British, and the Oneida Nation allying with the Continental Army, and they openly aided the American rebels, inspired in part by pre-existing trade connections and by the Oneida chief Skenanadon. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Some of their key contributions was the Battle of Oriskany in August of 1777, where the Oneida warriors joined with the militia and provided vital scouting, ambush tactics, and leadership that helped stop the British and Loyalists advanced into the Mohawk Valley. And as mentioned before, Polly Cooper taught the troops how to prepare the coin that they brought to help stave off the starvation. The Oneida frequently acted as scouts and spies, intercepting British communications and harassing enemy positions, especially in the Battle of Barren Hill. And General Lafayette utilized Oneida Guides' warfare tactics to protect his retreat. Okay, so you can see we've now added the Native American dollar to the set from the Denver Mint. And we've also added the dollar to the set from the Philadelphia Mint. So we've got the dime and the nickel left. And of course, we have 3 of the 5 quarters left. And they will come in videos as soon as they are available. Thanks so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this video, maybe even learned something. Because remember, yes, coin collecting can be fun, but if you're not careful, you just might learn something. See you next time.